Hello my friends, welcome back to Legacy of the Void Zerg Edition. We might have time for a double feature today, so I'm just going to get right on into it. Now, this is going to be a macro mission, right? And that makes me think that I can probably get away with doing Leaping Strike, because it's okay if Kerrigan falls over and bleeds to death. She'll be able to respawn, which means we can just use her as the tanky. She's got a little bit more HP, she doesn't have any base armor yet, which is a little bit spooky. We'll see. And there's no other things to pick here, so let's move into the Growing Shadow, one of the faster missions.
Kill them all. I sense a hive cluster nearby.
Alright, easy peasy. The lore has been set up. Now, thinking about Legacy of the Void, what are we most likely to fight? We end up fighting a lot of everything because it's more Void stuff, which is actually interesting because Heart of the Swarm never really gives you that many Zerg opponents. And as a result, I don't know exactly how good Zerg stuff is against Zerg. Like, how good Heart of the Swarm Zerg faction is against other Zerg. However, these enemies are insane and have every ability. It is just ridiculous. These Hydra... Oh, these are Hunter Killers. Okay. But they're actually like worse than normal Hydras because they don't have Frenzy. Oh. Well, I haven't taken any damage, so we're going to target fire here. Pull back now that Kerrigan has taken some of the hits. Here, put you on cooldown and pull back. Don't lose them. Alrighty, righty. That was a little bit spooky. Do these have like 2 armor or something? 1 armor. Got it. That explains why they're so chonky against those mutas. Talk to me, Kerrigan.
This hive cluster now belongs to the swarm.
Cool. Thank you, Kerrigan.
Your queen.
Short and sweet. To the point.
I'd better mutate a drone into a spawning pool. That way, I can build Zerglings for the fight.
I love building Zerglings for the fight.
My attention.
One of the things that's very nice about Zerg is... Ooh. Primal... Oh, we getting some Primal boys? Hey. I like that. So these look like the Primal Hydras are just unupgraded normal Hydras, which is not that strong. However, these Hunter Killers are going to provide a lot of damage, and the Swarm Queens are going to be pretty darn good as well. And then we'll have the Hatchery, I guess, for hatchery-based activities. So, I don't know. I think that we're going to be fine. It looks like we don't have any hive or any layer available. Of course we don't have a hive available. That would be like StarCraft 1 tech tree. So we're only going to be able to build Zerglings and Queens. Which does mean we got to keep these Hydras alive. And if we can combine them really efficiently with the Swarm Queens, then we should be in a really, really, really good spot with how much damage the Hunter Killers are going to do. However, if we lose them, then all of our anti-air is going to be awful, and there are carriers at the end of this mission that I don't want to die to. So we'll see how that goes. Carriers are scarier than you might think. Now, I'm definitely going to focus on... Oh, do we have the ability? No ability to get upgrades. So the enemy is going to have 1/1. I don't know if they get up to +2/+2 or not. However, even 1/1 is going to be a huge difference when they're getting all of the upgrades off of the mutations as well. Effectively, their units are going to be like twice as good as mine. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're really going to have to work off of this rapid transfusion to keep us in the fight.
Explain yourself.
And using Kerrigan to tank, I think was the right decision here. Because if she wasn't the tank, then they'd be able to rip through our stuff very quickly.
Make it.
So, what am I planning to do? When do I want to move out? I definitely want to keep the creep spread. That's going to make it easier to use the queens. Queen's not that great off of creep. And then I'm going to focus on defending an attack wave and moving out, taking down that first base, recongealing my forces into something that is pretty smite worthy, and then going again. Once we take down the 2 bases, there won't be many attack waves. There's a couple spawn-in attack waves. We learned that... Was it in the randomizer? I think it was in the randomizer. So these are just Zerglings. Look at how fast they deal damage. My goodness. All right, we got to make sure that all of our stuff is healed up before we go. Oh, it is just... It is pain. All right, moving this on forward. Everybody is nice and healthy, and we're going to take them in small, little clumps. Unfortunately, without Kinetic Blast, we don't really have a great way to pull the enemies, which is a little bit of a shame. There's also not great Leaping Strike targets yet. I guess I just want to run into Banelings so that my Kerrigan takes the damage instead of my light units, you know? Okay, what happens here? Yeah, a lot of stuff, and then Kerrigan can go bouncy, bouncy... and dead. I thought she did pretty good there, and then she died anyway. Hey, thank you, Noctool. Ooh. Interesting. So Kerrigan does not resurrect at the primary hatchery. She resurrects at the proximal hatchery. This is actually something that is very worth paying attention to. Simply because it means we can reinforce our Kerrigans a lot more easily than normal if we need. Oh, jeez. I tried to micro it away, but she got stuck. That is actually very interesting and does open up some strategic possibilities. I'm not sure what the possibilities are, but I know that there should be a time later on that losing a Kerrigan next to a specific hatchery could be pretty good. There's no need to jump Kerrigan there, huh? Alright, I'm enjoying these Banelings. I'm a Baneling enthusiast. They really are my favorite units to fight against. Could we throw a couple Widow Mines in here too, you know? That would really just complete the trifecta for me. And I don't know why I said trifecta, because it's only 2 things. I guess we could have some disruptors as well. Okay, try to burrow. This damage is so crazy. And then they get the armor upgrade. Yeah, okay. All but one of my hunter killers are now dead because I wasn't able to save them. This is sad. Pull these back.
Make it. Yes.
And we have a full creep spread, which is good.
Speak.
Oh, Kerrigan, you're not going to have a good life until we get you some more durability, huh? Is this truly a campaign for heroic fortitude? Just to keep her alive? Look at that. Oh, man.
What is it you have, your queen?
Okay, we can blast through these pretty easily.
Make it quick. I've come this far.
Finish off the Hydra. The mutas are not too bad to fight because I assume they do bonus damage versus armored. Let's see. Yeah, they do. But Kerrigan herself is not armored.
Our forces are under attack.
We've now eliminated this base, which is definitely nice.
Speak.
And then we're going to be able to get a couple more hatcheries, or a couple more Hydralisks off of this base. And that's hopefully going to bring us back into the fight
Our forces are under attack.
for anti-air. I'm definitely on the right track with these queens, though. They feel a lot better than Zerglings would, which is generally just a slaughter, and would be even worse than normal here. I'm not a big fan of the Zergling in StarCraft 2. Like, I've done a little bit of experimenting with it as a unit. This is just one of those secret things I've never opened up about before. But it turns out they die a lot. They're tough to use at times. This campaign's a little harder than Heart of the Swarm. Alright, we're going to move the queens forward. We're going to keep spreading the creep, especially now that we're fighting some Protoss. The creep is pure upside. And I think that there's going to be a big, bad, mad Colossus over here. And the Colossus has a bad day against these queens.
Clear away these fanatics.
Oh, that could have been real terrible timing.
Yes.
Gergen, you okay? Oh, we just can't kill it.
You have my attention.
Oh my goodness. The queens do so little damage against ultras. We're okay. We're okay.
Explain yourself.
These missions are so much harder than I thought they would be.
What is it already? Yes.
We're going to push forward. Let's take down the Colossus.
Make it quick.
The big old Kerrigan damage. The anti-air attack against the Colossus is also real good. And then we can drop a couple tumors. I'm going to try to be good about creep during this campaign, by the way, because I like creep. I think it's fun to spread, and there's often not a whole benefit for it.
Your queen, listen.
But I think we need it here. Okay, so here comes the Burrow Charge Ultra. There goes the Burrow Charge Ultra.
You have my attention.
Here we go. Jump, jump. Oh, no. Target. Jump. Oh. Are you serious? He just doesn't die. What? No, are you kidding? I do 1 damage with my guys against it. Both units I have do 1 damage against the Ultra per attack. Because I can't get upgrades for the Zerglings either. Man. That's insane. Absolute madness. Well, I lost most of my army right there, unfortunately, and this guy, his healing in tandem with that 1 damage attack, I just wasn't able to read that fight properly as a result. Obviously, if I had a better read and had known, I just wouldn't have kept fighting, but I thought that I'd have the damage output for it.
What is it already?
How am I doing on money over here? I'm doing okay.
Make it quick. No time left. Your
So we're going to move forward.
You have my
Try to do this again. There's only 1 Ultra remaining. That's going to be Kerrigan's primary target. She can double leaping strike it, and that should be enough to kill him.
Yes.
1, 2. There we go.
What is
That's all we needed.
your queen?
That is the leaping strike power. It's got a lot of DPS attached to it.
Explain yourself. Yes.
And this base has been dealt with.
You have my what
I think there's a Guardian over there still. Yeah, he has not been pulled yet.
speak. What is
So
it?
we can take him down with our friendly neighborhood queen. Oh, they just keep making mutas now.
Yes.
Careful.
You have my
Unfortunately, we cannot use Kerrigan to attack that with more than her laser.
Listen.
No crushing grip. And the layer's been dealt
Is
with
it?
in what is normally just kind of a Blink Stalker annihilation move. Took a huge army to take out. Let's go get that last group of guys. Now, one of the reasons I did get Leaping Strike is I didn't know if this terrain had been repaved or not.
Are under attack.
I wasn't sure if it was like one of those, oh, hey, here's your bonus for knowing about that, for getting Leaping Strike. You can jump over. But it does look like that's not going to be how it goes here, which I'm glad for. I think that's a better design decision. Having to require Leaping Strike to get to these places would be a bit silly.
I've come. Our forces are under attack.
Okay.
Your
Let's go into this final fight
You have my
and see what we can do.
What fools you are.
We're going to jump on top of the Immortal first. Try to take it out. Okay, well, no. Wow. I'm going to pull back. Because life is just suffering. Yeah, okay. They're 2-2. I can't hurt anything on this mission. The upgrades are madness. Oh, that is the thing about linear scaling upgrades, is they cause issues like this. When you're using the Stalker, obviously, it hits for 10 and then, 4 extra versus armored. So even when they have max armor upgrades, you're hitting slower, but hitting for more. It might be lower DPS against an unarmored target, but it's always able to deal with those armored guys. We got it, though. We got it. It's not as bad as the Ultralisk was.
Kerrigan, I can sense your presence. The Kala is filled with rage. My mind is being consumed.
Minions, move out. Eviscerate any fool who stands in your way.
Your lies are meaningless, purposeless. I grant you salvation.
Amon's forces are going to pay for that.
What a dramatic runaway. I'll just sit there.
You have my attention.
The apocalypse doesn't kill the zealots. Perfect. Just as it should.
Continues.
I think we can just run past this, right? I'm going to be very careful at this beginning bit, but we do have the fast jump. Wow. We took a lot of damage there. Yeah, I'm going to try
Make it quick.
maneuvering past this quickly so I don't have to deal with the enemies.
I've come this far. You have my attention.
Gonna put the Hydras in the front. They're gonna walk past, and then we go jump. Jump. There should be no vision now.
My search
Could have died there.
I am the swarm.
Oh yeah, we're playing through the editor. We're not you. No custom campaign manager. No scene transitions. I forgot about that. So the mission doesn't actually end. I was gonna sit there for a really long time. My friends, sorry about this. I thought that we were going to have more time for a double feature, but this mission ended up taking a kind of awkwardly long amount of time, but not as long as I would have liked for a full episode. So I guess it's a little bit of a short one today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Legacy of the Void Zerg Edition. There we go. It's about to call it the randomizer. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.